According to the passage, which of the following best describes the life of a salmon? A. Salmon are hatched in the ocean and then make their way upstream to die. B. Salmon live most of their lives in the river, then go upstream to lay their eggs. C. Salmon are hatched in streams, but leave the streams soon after birth to go live in the ocean. Or D. Salmon are hatched in streams, live in the streams several years, and then swim downstream to the oceans. Because our question is asking which best describes the life of a salmon, let's take a look in our text to see how the life of a salmon is described there. For our starting point, we'll begin by locating where eggs hatching are mentioned in the text. We see this in the 4th paragraph. The eggs hatch into small fingerling salmon. For more context, let's take a look at the previous paragraph to see where these eggs are laid. The 3rd paragraph tells us that the salmon go upstream to lay their eggs. A salmon swims from the Pacific Ocean up a river to a small stream. From here, we can see that the eggs are being laid and are hatching in a small stream. Taking a look at our choices, we can see that only C and D support this. A says that salmon are hatched in the ocean. B claims that salmon live most of their lives in the river. Taking a look at the text, we can see that the river is only mentioned as a means of getting from point A to point B, not a place where the salmon live. Based on this, these can be marked as incorrect, and we'll take a closer look at C and D, which both start by claiming that salmon are hatched in streams, as our text states. According to C, after hatching in streams, salmons leave the streams soon after birth to go live in the ocean. And according to D, after hatching in streams, the salmon live in the streams several years and then swim downstream to the oceans. As we can see, the only difference between the two is how long the salmon stay in the stream after birth. Heading back to our text, we can see that it says that after a short period of feeding and growth, the young salmon leave the streams. Because the text tells us it is a short period of feeding and growth, we can see that C is more accurate than D, as C states that the salmon leave soon after birth, and D claims they live in the streams for several years. Furthermore, because C concludes by saying the salmon go live in the ocean, which is what our text goes on to say, they swim downstream for hundreds of kilometers to the Pacific Ocean, we can mark C as our final answer.